Equality is the biggest lie you will ever be told in your life. Equality is only a social construct made by humans to leverage those.
Is equality a lie? Because this creator is saying that equality is a lie and went as far as comparing humans to animal kingdom, right? And saying that not everybody is going to be equal and all of that. For me, I feel like equality is not a lie. And I feel like when everybody's fighting for equal rights, is equal rights to opportunity, dignity, and all of that. So saying that, we're not saying that everybody's going to be CEO or everybody's going to be a millionaire or something, but saying that equality is a lie, I don't know. I'd like to know what you guys think down in the comment section. Let's watch this videos together. Then I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
Are weak. Equality is the biggest lie you will ever be told in your life. Equality is only a social construct made by humans to leverage those who are weak and to punish those who are strong. Humans are naturally empathetic and will value those who are weak and help them. That is a human quality, but nature does not operate on that quality. If you are suddenly thrust into nature, you won't get to speech your way out of death. You won't be talking about how you're worthy of living and that you've done nothing wrong. You will be eaten. Nature does not operate on fairness, democracy, voting, or equality. Equality at its very best will only exist as an idea and a mere construct. Never in the history of the universe has this quality ever been operated in reality. There is a reason why predators exist and why preys exist. They are not equal. There is a reason why the sun is at the center of the solar system and every planet around it is orbiting it and revolving around it. They are not equal. There is a reason why in colonies of ants, wasps, and bees, there is always a queen. They are not equal. And if you dare say that death, a universal truth in life, is what makes us equal, you are lying. You're completely delusional. Everyone dies in different times, in different circumstances, and in different levels of pain and experience. The ideology of equality and democracy stems originally from survival, from recognizing who to like, who to trust, and who to steer away from. This human quality has now been institutionalized in countries, in laws, and in politics. But even at its very peak, equality will never be a natural feature in life. Anyone who debates this, anyone who argues this, and anyone who denies this is arguing with life and reality itself. That is delusional. Anyone who makes a video about this claiming that I am wrong and that they are right is completely delusional. Those are very strong words and I use them not lightly at all, because everything that I've said from the very start right up until now is an observable truth in life. You can see this right in front of you. The same way that the blue sky is blue because of the Earth's atmosphere and that gravity exists because of mass, is this statement true and logical? Any denial and debate about this is always emotionally driven. Always. The whole premise of this entire video is to learn the difference between human quality, human condition, and human nature, and completely separate it from reality. That is the whole premise of this video. May God bless you and stay safe out there.
Because inequality exists doesn't make it right. And that is why we're fighting for equality. And comparing animal kingdom to humans is just out of line for me.
Equality is the biggest lie you will ever be told in your life. Equality is only a social construct made by humans.
Just because a person speaks good English or they sound intelligent doesn't mean they're right. And intelligence is not always a sign of being right, okay? Now, human beings have never been working according to nature. Anytime human beings follow the leading of nature, you will end up dead. We also seem to forget the definition of sociology. It is humans' relation with its environment. So anything that is a social construct, it is constructions or it is ideologies that are supposed to help humans navigate their relationships with their environment. Okay? So every single thing that you can talk about human life are a social construct and it is subject to change. Anything that is socially constructed is subject to scrutiny, is subject to change, is subject to evolving. And everything is a social construct. Every single thing is a social construct. Sorry about my voice, I'm down with the flu. Every single thing is a social construct, okay? Because human beings have never lived according to the bidding of nature. Because nature is not even designed to keep human beings alive. Nature is dog eat dog, right? And the concept of saying anybody who believes in equality is delusional is just another patriarch who is trying to oppress black people and women and children at the end of the day. Just because you are physically stronger than somebody does not mean they are not human beings. When they talk about equality, it means that once you're human, you are respected equally. you are valued equally. That is what equality means. It doesn't mean that people are exactly the same. Some will be stronger in some aspects and some will be weaker in some aspects. And because people are physically weak does not mean that the people who are physically strong are more valuable than them, because they have strength. Human beings are dynamic. And whenever people begin to talk about social issues and tend to bring nature, and they talk about animal kingdoms, human beings are not animals. I know that there are arguments that says human beings are animals, okay? But in reality, human beings are not animals. We don't exist in the same world. We don't live by the same rules as animals. So it is animalistic to actually compare humans to animals, okay? Secondly, when you're talking about animals, when you talk about lions, right? Lions are a different species, just like humans are a different species. So the fact that lions eat goats, for instance, it does not mean that in that world, lions and goats, they are not the same thing, okay? Animals are a different species, just like lions are a different species, goats are a different species, leopards are a different species, just like humans. So it is not a human versus all animals, okay? Human beings are a different species. Lions are a different species. So when you bring animals and you want to use them as examples, just talk about lions versus lions, the way you will say humans versus humans, okay? It is not humans versus animal kingdom when you're giving example. Goats are equal. Every goat is a goat. Every lion is a lion. Every leopard is a leopard. Okay, that is the comparison. It is not because it is not like if you're even trying to use this analogy, and where people mostly miss it, especially men, is that you are talking about animals. You're using animals as an example, right, to sort of point something about human social structure. You should be talking about lions. If you're talking about lions, you should talk about lions, not talking about lions and goats. Okay, it's like comparing human beings to goats. It doesn't make any sense. If you say within the animal kingdom, lions eat goats, humans also eat goats. Humans eat lions. Humans eat, I don't know if I'm even making sense. I'm trying to find the right words to sort of use, but I feel like I'm a little too pissed to even get the right words. This comparison is stupid. At the end of the day, this is just some stupid idea from a white man. And white men tend to say this kind of rubbish all the time. Men generally, not even just white men. Giving an example with animal kingdom, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Okay? There was a time where for women, the whole idea of a woman having the right to vote or divorce her husband was just a dream. It was just, in fact, it was unthinkable. It was something that one would consider anybody who thinks about it delusional. But today it is a reality. So simply because you said equality can never exist does not mean that people who fight for equality should stop. It will exist. It will come to pass. It doesn't matter how many years it takes. It will happen. Okay? So people who are being oppressed shouldn't just be shut up with equality can never exist. Black people, we keep fighting against racism. People of color, generally, we keep fighting. Women, we keep fighting against women's subjugation. The world has socially evolved so much because of people who fight for social equality, not because we should just take it that is how nature is. Nature aims to kill both animals, both humans. Left to nature, all of us will be dead. We'll be dead. The world was not like this. We did not used to build houses. We did not. That is evolution. Okay, so you will never come with this nonsense of saying equality, seeking for equality is delusion. You are the delusion. In fact, you're not delusional. You are an oppressor. You're an abuser. So stop paying attention to people like this. This is just a stupid man being a stupid man.
The reason why predators exist and why preys exist. They are not equal.
Timmy made a beautiful response to this video. Please go and watch it. But I have a lot of things that I needed to add. You see this here? This is the reason why a lot of colonizers came to Africa, dehumanized our ancestors, beat them like animals, and rape our mothers. This here is the reason. They feel like because they are more powerful and they have more resources, they should be able to dehumanize other people because of their race. Because they feel like we are black people, we are less of humans, and we deserve whatsoever is done to us because they have more power than us. You see, slavery, colonization, and dehumanization of humans. This is it. This is what validates it. Nature. We are more powerful, so we can oppress, we can dominate. Might I remind you that we have always been working against nature. The fact that we have evolved as humans is because we have been working against nature to make life easier and better for us. The fact that science has gone this far, the fact that medicine has gone this far, and we are evolving consistently as humans, trying to find solutions to what nature has made, is because we have been constantly going against nature. And speaking of nature, it is in human nature that we have empathy, we have conscience, and we have morality as human beings. I don't know why he saw the need to constantly compare humans to animals, because he thought that we are the same. We might be biologically the same, but socially and ethnically we have evolved differently, so you cannot compare. Nature might be ruthless, but humanity is choosing kindness, choosing equality, and choosing justice. That is what makes us human. And I can guarantee you the only reason why this guy has the audacity to take up his camera and make this video is because he is the oppressor and he's actively on the side of the oppressor. If he was the one being oppressed or being denied
Don't say that.
basic human rights, he wouldn't be making that video. And lastly, I forgot to add that equality does not mean sameness. The fact that we are equal does not mean we are the same. Equality is fair access to dignity, rights, and opportunities. No one deserves less respect, safety, or freedom just because of their race, their class, or their gender.
So him saying that if we have gone through nature and all of that, equality is a lie. For me, I feel like civilization was actually brought to fight nature, not to obey it. So if we follow nature, there'll be no hospitals, there'll be no schools and all of that. So I do not agree with whatever is saying in that video. And I feel like it's okay for him to say it because it feels like because he's a white person, right? And it feels like it's not everybody's not supposed to be equal, and that's a lie for me. For me, that's a lie. You guys, what's your take on this video? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Sugar Mary David, and thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.